Hey, yo, what up? I will get straight to it. You might hear my daughter in the background. I love her to death. I'll tell her I'm recording and she'll still talk. She's only 6 and I have to remember that she's 6. I'm not sure if you struggle with that, if you have kids and remember when they're young, like she's 6 and she's sort of mature and I like forget that. And I expect her to act like she's 40 something. And so patience, man, it's something I'm struggling with. Patience and not yelling. That's not why you're watching this video. Let's get to why you're watching this video. So I'm going to show you how to sell more of your stuff without talking about your product at all. And how I do that is I use premiums, not bonuses, but I use premiums to sell stuff. A premium is something that something extra somebody gets when they buy your product. So it's typically on the front end. A bonus is something extra that somebody gets after they buy your product. So I use a lot of premiums to sell products. By the way, my name is Chris Gray. I'm a husband, father, and entrepreneur. I make these videos because I want to find other business owners I vibe with and I want to help them. And also when I teach this stuff that I do, it helps me learn it better. So here is an example of a premium at work. And it's probably one of the most successful ones I've ever seen. All right. So Sports Illustrated, I think it was in the late 80s. They were hanging on by a thread. And they launched this campaign. You can look it up. It's the football phone campaign. I think it's on YouTube. And what they did was they said, hey, if you subscribe to Sports Illustrated for a year, you get this football phone. They made a whole commercial about it. And at that time, I think they had like 1.6 million subscribers or something. That publishing campaign, this is the single greatest publishing campaign to date. That publishing campaign did about 2.1 million subscribers or 2.6, something around there. But basically, doubling, more than double. Yeah, it's just the company took off. It saved Sports Illustrated, and that became Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated's model is premiums. We'll give you this when you do that, and it's up front. And the beautiful thing about this, here's the kicker. In that commercial, it's like a 2-minute commercial, I believe. Yeah, it's like 2 minutes. They only talk about the magazine for 14 seconds. The rest of it is all about the premium, all about the football phone. When people go nuts over stuff that they perceive to be free. So for whatever your product or your service is, if you can give a premium that people find desirable, if you can give that up front for free, it will then sell your product. So here's something interesting I learned. It's something that I've been pondering for a while here, is that nobody wants your shit. Whatever you're selling, nobody wants it. You don't walk up to somebody and say, hey man, I got some shit here. You want to buy it? And they're like, oh, okay, I'll buy your shit. They don't want to buy it. We have to like convince people, or they have to be in some extreme like pain in order to buy it. But normally we have to convince people to buy our stuff. And if you have a strong premium that people want and it's free, or they perceive it to be free, you can then just talk about that premium and then talk a little bit about what you sell and let them buy the premium up front. And then once they buy when they buy your product, essentially they're buying your premium. Once they buy your premium, that's your time to then sell them on your product. I know it doesn't make any sense because they've already bought your product. So you're like, what do you mean I have to sell them on my product? No, once your product is there, now it's time to deliver. Now it's time for them to, be okay and feel good about the money they spent to get your product as well as that premium. The premium is like the Trojan horse that gets you right in the door. Then once you're in the door, once you're through, now it's time for your product to shine. Now it's time for you to sell them on why they bought your product. So what you can do, and this is something I do for a few of our businesses, you identify something that your market really likes. And that's up to you. You know your market way better than me. There's going to be something that you can give them for free, right? It'll, whatever it costs you at cost, you can price it into your product or whatever. And essentially they're just buying it, but it's perceived to be free. So you find something like that and you position it along with your product. And then when you start selling stuff, you're really highlighting that product. Matter like one product we sell, the premium is everything. If you go to the website, there's a commercial about the premium on the website. And then there's the product. So when they go to it, they're learning all about the premium and they end up buying the premium and getting the product. And then, like I was telling you, once they get the product, now we sell them on it. Now we make them feel good about their purchase so they can buy again. And there's a few easy ways to do this. If you're wondering, well, how do I find a product? There's two websites. If you're trying to test the market, there's something called AliExpress, which will drop ship. So AliExpress, usually when you're buying across from China, there's something called MOQ, minimum order quantity. So like if you want a really good price on something, you got to buy like 100 or 500 or 1,000 units of it or whatever. But if you're just testing the market, you can go to AliExpress and they might have something that you're looking at testing. You might pay a little bit up front for it, but if it costs you a little more money up front, that's fine. It's better than spending thousands of dollars on a bunch of stuff that won't sell, right? Spend a bit more on something where you're testing. And once you find that thing that's working on AliExpress that you can just drop ship as a premium with your product, or have it drop ship to you and you sell it, whatever it is, however you figure it out. Once you've used AliExpress to test your product, you can go to Alibaba, and Alibaba is where you can buy a bunch of stuff at cost, or at least, what it costs for us. Obviously cheaper over there in China. But that's what we do. We test with AliExpress and then we commit with Alibaba and then we sell the premiums. And that's for physical products. I love physical products. Even if I'm selling a service or a digital product, I still like physical products as a premium, but you can do premiums with anything. You just have to be creative, knowing your niche. But just remember, people don't want to buy your shit, man. They just don't. It's hard to sell it. So if you give them something that they want, it's perceived to be free via a premium, now you have a way to get into the door. And once they've bought your product, now it's time to sell them. I appreciate you watching. Peace. Hey, yo, real quick before you go, if you're liking this, I am forming a community of business owners that I vibe with. I haven't formed it yet, but I am forming it. And if you're interested in joining that community, it's going to be for free. But if you're interested in joining it, go to this channel, like my channel or whatever. And there should be an about section. If you go to that about section within my channel, you should see my email there. Just send me an email and let me know. Send me a message. And if you're a good fit and we vibe, then when that community gets formed, you can join it. Again, the community is free. I just want to make sure that we have the right people in there. And then also, if you're liking these videos, please like and subscribe. I don't really care about it blowing up. It's just what it does when you like and subscribe, and if me and you are aligned, then other people like me and you will have an opportunity to see these videos, and then we can grow the group further. And again, the point of that group is for all of us to make money. We all have different strengths. We'll create a community, or I want to create a community where we take those strengths and help each other make money. Anyways, I hope this helps. I appreciate it. See you. Bye.